I'm Kamal Santamaria here in Doha with a look at some of the stories we're covering here on Al Jazeera. The embattled town of MARJAH is now back under the control of the Afghan government. At least that's what local officials were hoping to demonstrate with a flag-raising ceremony. Although some fighting is continuing, the biggest military offensive against the Taliban since 2001 is being hailed a success. As our correspondent James Bays explains.
The commander of the US Marines, who's been involved for the last 12 days trying to retake the town of MARJAH, says the security situation is much better, but he says it's too early to pronounce victory. I understand the town of MARJAH is divided into 10 different sectors. 8 out of 10 they now believe are completely clear.
Meanwhile, the Afghan president's office says Pakistan has agreed to hand over the captured Taliban number 2, Mullah Brada. He's among 42 Taliban captives whom the Pakistani authorities will exchange after a request from the Afghan Interior Minister. Officials for both countries say a number of technicalities still have to be sorted out before the transfer goes ahead. There have been clashes in the West Bank city of Hebron as Palestinians marked the 16th anniversary of a mosque attack in which 29 people were killed. Tensions have been increasing after Israel's Prime Minister declared the Ibrahimi Mosque as one of 2 new Israeli heritage sites. And fish and animals are under threat in Italy because its longest river is poisoned with 2.5 million litres of oil. The River Po means clear in Latin, but it's a murky mess right now. Oil was deliberately spilled into a tributary from a depot near Monza, where workers were recently made redundant. And this year's Winter Olympics have yet to finish in Vancouver, but China is already laying claim to staging another Games after, of course, successfully staging the Summer Olympics 2 years ago. Al Jazeera has been visiting the Duolinmedi ski resort north of Beijing, which is the first in China owned and managed by foreigners. One of 300 official ski stations which are creating a springboard for China's Olympic ambitions possibly in 12 years' time. Some of the stories we're looking at here on Al Jazeera, the latest on those and plenty more, is at aljazeera.net/English.